good question right here. Have you ever reused the same password for everything? Or maybe perhaps click on a sketchy link even without thinking twice? I'm very sure you have because we have all been there. But don't worry, in this video, I'll be walking you through 10 common online security mistakes that you're making, even right now as you're watching this video. But never mind, I'll be walking you through step by step how to fix these problems. So, are you ready to level up your online safety? I guess you are, because it's super interesting. Now, let's go. Hi everyone, welcome to Cyber Productive. Here on this channel, I give you tips, tricks, and hacks on how to boost your productivity and as well remain secure online. I guess that sounds interesting to you. So if you're new to the channel, just do well to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and as well hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss out on subsequent videos. That being said, and while you take those simple actions, let's go straight into the video. So many people have so many online accounts, and for what obvious reason, they don't want to forget each of the passwords they use for each of these accounts. So they go ahead to use one particular password across all these multiple accounts. And that's the very first online security mistake you're making. Because it's just like using one key for your door and using that same key for your car. Or let's say using that same key for your vault, that is your private vault. So just imagine someone having access to that one key. Simply means the person have access to almost everything about you. So same thing is applicable here. When you use one password across multiple accounts. So imagine someone having access to that one password. It simply means the person already has the key to open all your digital doors. And trust me, that's a very bad idea. So how do you fix this problem? All you need is to use a password manager. A password manager will help you create multiple unique passwords that will be strong and reliable that you can use across all your different platforms online. So you won't have to be scared of losing any account as a result of forgetting any of these passwords. That's one of the best practices. And just before you came online to watch this video, there were some pop-ups that were telling you to update your app or update your software or even update your smartphone. We went ahead to ignore them and rush down to YouTube and start surfing the internet. Now that is the second online security mistake you are making. That is not updating your software. Ignoring these updates is a very bad idea because these updates contain solutions to loopholes that were discovered in those applications or those softwares through which hackers can sneak into your device and be monitoring your activities in real time or even stealing your information in real time. So these updates contain patches that address vulnerabilities that I've discovered in these applications or these softwares. And how can you fix this problem? It's quite simple. All you need to do is just always update your app or software as the case may be. Always update your device, always update your browser, and always update every other thing that needs to be updated as soon as possible without delaying any time. I'm very sure that at some point you must have received an email from someone you don't know or someone that claims to know you, congratulating you that you won a prize or kind of welcoming you to a particular program. But deep down, you know that you've not done anything to have won any prize or you've not applied for any program that they're congratulating you. But they go ahead to send you a link, click and proceed to the next process. But you feeling that it's your email and because they've addressed the message to you, you just go ahead and click that link. That's a very bad security idea. And that is the next online security mistake you're making, which is clicking suspicious links. So if a link is phishing, don't just click it because that's how scammers trick you into giving away your personal information. And how do you fix this kind of problem? It's quite simple. Once you come across such links, just hover around the link before clicking. But remember, only click links from someone you trust. So if you get a link from someone you don't know or someone you don't really have a clue, don't just click that link. Just abandon the link and move on. Or you can go ahead and report the sender. And as regards your online credential, using a password alone is not enough these days, trust me. But adding an extra layer of security, that is a next step layer of security, is the best way to go. So that leads us to the next online security mistake you're making, which is using only a password for your online credential. So now, what you need to do is to make use of the 2FA method of security. What is 2FA method of security? Actually, I explained that in depthly in one of my previous videos. So if you've not seen that video, just do well to, after watching this video, go and check out that video. So what a 2FA does is adding a second layer of lock to your account. That is adding an extra layer of lock. to an account. And to fix this problem is simple. All you need to do is just turn on 2FA method of security on your social media accounts, on your banking apps, and your other applications. And the good thing is that most of these online platforms now give you this feature to apply 2FA method of security. And that's to tell you how important and vital this method of security is. Still talking about password usage, use passwords like password 1234, or use passwords like 123456, or maybe 78 if it requires using 8 characters. Trust me, that's a very bad security policy, and it's high time you change that, because hackers can get this in seconds. Now imagine if there are more advanced tools that can crack more complex passwords in seconds, how much more passwords like this one? It's a terrible idea to use passwords like this, because they are very, very big. And that takes us to the fifth online security mistake you are making, even right now, which is using a weak password. And how can you fix this mistake? It's quite simple. All you need to do is use a long, strong, and random password, which contains letter, number, and special characters, so as it will be more difficult to crack, even if you are using them on different platforms. That will be enough to generate a very strong and reliable password. Maybe before watching this video, you found someone sharing their lifestyle on the internet, and you found it interesting, and you have decided to also do the same. Trust me, that's something you have to rethink carefully before doing. Because sharing your birth date, your location, or your pet name, these are gold mine for hackers, because that's what they use to crack your password. Now come think of it. Each time you are prompted to use a password online, these are the first set of information that comes to your mind. Why? Because you found them easier to remember, that you can easily, each time you ask for a password. And these are the first things hackers will try to crack your password. And that's why they always find it easy to crack your password and log into your account and steal your personal information. And this is the sixth online security mistake you are making, which is sharing too much online. It is very important you reduce the amount of information you share. Make things private, and private things remain private. Don't share them online. And to solve this problem, all you need to do is to keep your personal information private. Really make them private. Then also think twice before posting anything, sharing anything online. This is very important. And still talking about online safety. Maybe around your vicinity you have a spot where you normally go to access free Wi-Fi. Or maybe you are at the airport and you just discovered a free Wi-Fi, and you just connected with the Wi-Fi and started surfing the internet or doing whatever you want to do on the internet. Trust me, that's a very bad idea. And that brings us to the seventh online security mistake we are making, which is using public Wi-Fi without protection. Mind you, using public Wi-Fi is awesome. It's nice, at least it saves you some cost. But that is a hacker's hotspot, because they use it to monitor your activities in real time. They use it to spy on everything you are doing online in real time. And that's what we call a man-in-the-middle attack. And to fix this problem is simple as well. What you need to do is to use a VPN by connecting to a public Wi-Fi. What does a VPN do? A VPN helps you encrypt your data so that anybody trying to spy on your data will not be able to do that. Most times we find ourselves using maybe our friend's device or a shared device to log into our account on the internet. And maybe after doing whatever we want to do on the device or online, we end up not logging out and we just hand over the device back to the owner or to whoever we want to give it to. That is a very big mistake. And that takes us to the eighth online security mistake we are making, which is not logging out of your account before returning the device. And this is because when you return this device back to whoever owns it, that person or someone else that's trying to use the device, if the device is a shared device, the person can mess with your stuff, like do things with your account, even do malicious things with your account if possible, or even steal your personal information as well, or even totally hack your account and log you out of your account totally. So it's a very big mistake. So, and if it's a very important account that contains maybe a high classified information about yourself, that is a very terrible mistake. So to fix this problem, it's very, very simple. All you need to do is to always log out your account on a shared device or on a public device. Very, very important. Still talking about our social media account. So many people end up signing up for different social media apps or different social media platforms but we ignore going to the setting and checking our privacy setting, which is another online security mistake we're making. And this is the 9th online security mistake we're making. In most cases, these social media apps can collect so many data about you if you don't check the privacy setting, because you might end up oversharing your information even without knowing. That's why it's very important to always go to the privacy setting. Take your time, read the privacy setting, know the ones that need to be turned on and the ones that need to be turned off, and make sure you read them carefully. It's very important. So to fix this problem is quite simple as well. All you need to do is to go to the app setting and limit who can see what. That is, limit the information that can be shared and to people that can see what you're sharing. Still talking about sharing your medias online. Most of these media you share, be it documents or other files or your photos or your videos. Now, these things are mostly on your devices, let's say your smartphone or your laptop. So the very bad side is that they are not saved on any other place, only on your device, which is the 10th online security mistake you are making. Now, imagine losing all your files, your photos, your work, let's say your business work, your job work, or other work, very vital work. It happens and it's hot. And this can happen as a result of memory card corrupting or hard drive crashing, as the case may be, and simply because maybe there's a malware attack or a virus in the particular storage system. So imagine losing all these files and documents and having no hope whatsoever of recovering them because you don't have an extra copy anywhere else. And that's exactly the problem we're talking about here. But how can you fix this? It's also quite simple. All you need to do is just back up all your files and documents onto a cloud storage or maybe an external hard drive. These 10 online security mistakes are very common because we have all been there. But now you know how to fix them. Just as you have watched this video today, make sure to start with at least one and you will already be safer than 90% of people online. And if you have learned something today, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss out on subsequent video on cyber productive tips. And all that being said, thank you for staying to the end of the video. Stay safe, stay smart, and stay productive. And I'll see you in the next one.